SFO, flying out of San Francisco to New York. It is 7:51 a.m. on June 2nd, 2021, and I should arrive in New York at 5:05. I finally made it to my Airbnb. I finally made it to New York City. It's already been a little bit of an adventure, but let me just real quick show you, give you a brief tour of my room. See how it is. So here's my Airbnb room in New York City, Queens specifically. That's my little bag over here, keys. It's a really simple room. It's a really big bed, so I'm happy about that. Got my little window. More on what's behind that door in a minute. Got my little luggage and, basic little TV, and I guess that's a, drying rack or a hanging rack. A couple windows, going on a little desk area, little mirror over here, full-length mirror, which is really nice. Closet, front door, again, desk area. And then the bathroom, not too bad, not too bad. It'll definitely do. Let me put the light here. Oh, fan. But this is bathroom, shower, mirror, sink, window again. And then for the quintessential New York experience, let's see what this is all about. Oh, can I open it? Here we go. Look at that. Own little balcony area in the middle of Astoria, Queens, New York. A little tail over. I think this would be really cool to sit out and eat at. Just kind of observe and just chill. It's really nice. You can't really see it from here, but Midtown Manhattan's not too far, so it'll be pretty convenient to go out there and check it out. Overall, the room is fine. It'll certainly do. Unfortunately, it's not as clean and pristine as I thought it would be. And I'm aware this is an Airbnb, it's somebody's home, so I can't expect it to be like, a 5-star hotel or anything like that. The big thing really for me is that there seems to be some kind of peculiar odor in here. It might be smoke, which is funny because I know specifically in the Airbnb profile for this place, it's non-smoking, and yet it kind of smells like smoke. So I don't know what that's all about. It's just a little strange. We'll see. I'm only here for 4 days. I'll have to go ahead and make the best of it. If it gets to be a little too crazy around here, then I'll just find someplace else to stay in the meantime. But again, I'm only here for 4 days, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to spend a majority of it not here. I'll be exploring, obviously, New York City and surrounding areas for most of the day. It may not be that big of a deal. The biggest thing for me really is the fact that, look, story time. this is the piece that I missed in the profile, the Airbnb profile. She said there's no elevator in this building, and the room apparently is on the 3rd floor. I don't know if y'all see this big old piece of luggage back here, but let me tell you, that thing was not easy to lug up. It's a narrow staircase coming in. It's super intricate. You got keys to get into the building itself, and then you got keys to get into the actual apartment, and then keys to get into the room. So it's, you know, obviously a protective measure, but it's a lot. I finally managed to do it without throwing out my back, but it was a close call. I know when I take this back downstairs at the end of my trip, it's going to be some craziness, but that's okay. Lesson learned. You know, even if I'm not going to be here for a long time, my big thing is I must be comfortable. I absolutely must be comfortable. Aside from that, that's it. And I'm going to get out of these clothes because I'm super tired. I'm going to get some food. Probably going to DoorDash it because it's already after 7 p.m. and I don't want to really be out my first night once it gets dark. But tomorrow is when the real fun begins. So stay tuned for that. Good morning. It's June 3rd, 2021. First morning waking up in New York. And my plans today are to go to the Empire State Building and Top of the Rock for the views. The 360 unobstructed views of the skyline you're supposed to be able to get. And I wake up this morning, and what do I find outside my window? Rain. It is straight up raining out here, which is really funny because I checked the weather, saw no indication that it would be raining at all. Looked at all the reviews for weather in New York for June. Everybody said, oh, it's great. It's, you know, nice and warm, and it's late spring. It's awesome. And this is what I have. My first full day in New York. Hey, okay, so it is still June 3rd, 2021, and I am in a new location. I have just checked in to a new hotel. The Airbnb was okay, but there were just some things going on, such as the odor and such like that, that just made it a little too uncomfortable for me. And that 3-flight walk up and down was just too much. I had to go with my plan B, which was the DoubleTree Hilton Hotel by Times Square West. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour so you can see what my room looks like. I'm very pleased. Let's go. So here we go. Lock the door. And whoa. Okay. Just locking it for security. Okay, here we go. So walking in, we've got a really great full-length mirror. I will say the room is kind of small, so it's this is definitely a room made for at max 2 people. Certainly not a family. So a single person is great, but I got my full mirror. Lovely, lovely. Coming into my king size bed. My lambs, there go my luggage. All for me. Flat screen TV with some shelving. Some storage space. Little coffee maker there. I don't drink coffee like that, so, I'm not likely to use that, but that's cool to have. A little ice bucket with some cups. Oh, by the way, I'm on the 27th floor, so I'll get to the view in a minute. Ironing board, lovely, lovely. Some storage space. Laundry pack, iron. A safe, which is always awesome to have. Oh, Lord, let me be careful when I break one of my nails. I just got these done. All right. Let me see here. Before I get to the view, I'm going to show you the bathroom as well. But again, this is what I'm working with. I like bathroom. Very modern, updated. Appreciating that. Towels, toiletries, toilet. Again, storage space, shower. Shower's nice and modern. Appreciating that. Let's see here. Again, bag for, what is that? Oh, hair dryer. There we go. Hair dryer. Okay, cool. All right. And for the best part, I bet this is going to look so awesome at night. This is my view. Look at that. This be New York, honey. This be New York. I think that's the river. I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of in the distance to the far right. It's one of these rivers. I don't think it's the East River, but it's one of those. I can't remember which one. But look at that. Now on the side, just have this really big brick building here, so you know. But man, this is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I got some things to do, like try to get to the top of the Empire State Building and top of the rock. And I will check y'all then. Bye. Finally outside. It looks a little overcast and cold, and it was raining earlier, but it's actually pretty humid and warm. It's probably mid-70s. So it feels great. This jacket is a little warm for me, but man, this is awesome. This is so worth the trip. And of course, there goes the Chrysler Building. Good old Chrysler Building. I have no idea if you can see it at all, but that little speck out there, that's the Statue of Liberty. Way out there. My plan on Saturday is to take a ferry out there, or at least buy it, so stay tuned for those details. where I'm at now. Top of the rock, directly across the Empire State where I just was. And it is raining. I don't know if y'all can see that at all, but that is Central Park. And it is a big ass park. I'm definitely going to be good tomorrow. I was going to reschedule this because of all the rain and everything for tomorrow, but I really want a chance to explore this area. So, I don't know, maybe it'll be raining tomorrow too, but at least I'll have more time to do just that. Because after this, your girl is getting something to eat. I literally have not eaten all day, and it's getting close to 8 o'clock at night. I've only had a piece of gum. So, yeah, that's Stacy. You gotta eat. Good morning. It's Friday, June 4th, a little after 6 in the morning, and I'm about to start my day. I believe, at least I hope, that the hotel restaurant is open for breakfast. I'm going to go downstairs and get some food in a little bit. Before that, of course, get myself ready and together for the day. So fun fact about this trip, I'm actually still in school. It is literally finals at this point, so I have a midterm and a quiz to do today, which I've already got scheduled and set up, so I'm not too concerned with that. I can still do all of that and do my sightseeing and such. So today on the agenda is Central Park and Harlem. I do have a couple of other things on the agenda that I plan to stop by and see if I can, because tomorrow is a really full day. So we'll see what I can squeeze in addition to my schoolwork. So aside from that, that's pretty much it. I'm going to get myself together and ready to take on New York once again and go from there. See you in a bit. All right, so I'm in the restaurant now. It's called The Standard. I'm just waiting on my order. I just ordered pretty basic breakfast, pancakes, eggs, bacon, orange juice, and water. Just something to get me started and going for the day before I get to work on my schoolwork. And then, of course, working on exploring the rest of the city. The restaurant is pretty cute, so we'll see. I am basically the only one in here right now, so far. First one here, early in the morning. Like I said, it's cute. Very New York-like. Everybody's just kind of getting things set up over here. Making my breakfast. After this, I'm probably just going to go back upstairs and prepare for my schoolwork and my exam before I head out. The sooner I can get that done, the better. The unfortunate part is I kind of have to wait until later in the day because the midterm is locked. So I just have to wait. But anyway, this is the restaurant. I eat my breakfast and get the day going. Okay, so like I said, pretty standard breakfast. Nothing too fancy, but it looks good still. I'm going to definitely dig in and eat it. So I'll check y'all later. So I'm getting ready to get dressed to go out and just explore the city a little bit before I come back for some more schoolwork. And I'm getting the last of my things together, and I realize I can't find my driver's license. I've been spending the last 10 minutes tearing up my hotel room looking for it, and I cannot find it. I looked in all my pockets, looked in my luggage, looked in the bed sheets, looked in my purse, my bags, all of that. Nothing. Good job, Stacy. That being said, I'm not tripping too hard. I'm annoyed with myself because I don't know what could have possibly happened to my license, but I'm not tripping that hard because the good news is I have already renewed my license. I did that before I left. It was going to expire my birthday anyway, which is in 5 days. So, and I do have the printout of the interim license in the mean between time, as well as my passport. So my means of identification are still up and good to go. But the fact that my license could be floating around somewhere in the middle of New York City is not a pleasant thought. I'm just going to go on and live my life. One thing this trip is teaching me already is the fact that you kind of got to go with the flow. Be open to changes and some, setbacks from time to time. It's the nature of life. Everything's not going to always go your way. Obviously, losing my license is not the best way. And who knows? Maybe I'll find it before I leave here anyway. So, maybe it's somewhere in the room and I just haven't found it. So, who knows? If I find it, I'll let everybody know. All right. Bye-bye. The garden. Look, it say yes to the dress. Kleinfeld. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. One day I might be able to come in here as a bride. We'll see. Say yes to Kleinfeld. Just say yes. All right, made it to Hudson River Park. Again, I see the Statue of Liberty out in the distance. It's a pretty big river, man. The only thing I've seen bigger than this is the bay. It feels really good out here. It's overcast again, but it hasn't started raining yet. I don't know if it will today, but the sun is kind of out. Kind of. It's really incredible how much I've walked this city already. My feet are kind of hurting. I ain't going to even front you, but it's worth it. These views and the things I'm running into and seeing are worth it. There you go. All right. Well, I'm still sitting at the Hudson River Park. It's just really peaceful over here, actually. It's really nice. Just enjoying the day and soaking it all in, trying to be in the moment as much as possible while also documenting. But it's really nice. There's not a lot of people outside, at least not today, which I find a little unusual because it's late morning and it's Friday, and there just really aren't that many people out. Especially not compared to yesterday. Yesterday, it was, so many people outside. Maybe it'll get that way later as it goes on further into the afternoon. I gotta say, my first, I'd say maybe 2.5 days in, it's been pretty good. It was a little rough in the very beginning, but as of yesterday, it's just been really, really awesome. So I'm very happy about that. But my feet are killing me, so I'm about to go and take a lift back to my hotel, get this schoolwork together, and then I'll likely be back out again. I'm gonna hop on the subway, go to Central Park, and then from there go to Harlem. If I can squeeze in the time, I'll try to see if I can take a look at the Brooklyn Bridge. But if not, then I'm just gonna swing back to my place, my hotel room, and call it a night. Alright, y'all. It's about to go down. I got my first slice of New York style pizza. Now, to me, this looks like a regular slice of pizza, but for all the worldwide hype around it, it better be good. But I'm about to try it out. We'll see. The New York pigeons. Oh, so speaking of animals, I saw my first New York rat earlier today on my way to the Hudson River. It just scurried past my feet. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm officially in the thing now. And then at the top of the Empire State Building, there was this big ass bug. I had never seen a bug that big in my life. I mean, I've seen tarantulas with less weight. I was like, oh, hell no. Didn't anybody know if it was a roach or some kind of beetle? It was just, and it was still alive. Like one dude stepped on it and tried to crush it. It didn't die. It was like some kind of mutant something. Is this the Balto dog? This looks like the Balto dog in the movie. It is. Oh my god, Layla's gonna love this. It's the Balto dog. Oh, how cool. Dedicated to the indomitable spirit of the sled dog. Oh. I can't really get out there. Oh my god, oh my god. Is that a seal? Oh, That restaurant was so lit. Like, I was waiting actually a good long time for my food, but it was worth it. Or at least I bet it better be worth it. I haven't tasted it yet. I'm heading back to the hotel. But the vibe is everything. It's so perfect, especially since I'm going to Jamaica anyway. Jasmine's Caribbean cuisine. I'm probably going to end up going back there tomorrow. Like, I'm trying to go to Harlem tomorrow and see if I can check out Sylvia's, because I've heard so much about that place. But honestly, I might go back to Jasmine's. That place is just like the entire vibe. It's on Restaurant Row, apparently, in New York. In Manhattan, specifically. I love this. And, of course, we have our little walking tour. Heading on the way back to good old Doubletree. So I figure, why not get a glimpse of what the streets look like on a Friday night. Kind of cool. All the people. It's so lit out here right now. And I have a freaking midterm I have to do. That's okay. I'll be in a really nice hotel room. Comfortable. With what is probably going to be some amazing food. I also have this drink, y'all. It's called a Cocoa Breeze. It's delicious. This is my second one. I drank the first one while I was waiting for my food and ordered a second one. Child, this is a good drink. It's an expensive drink. It's $15. So this is a good drink. Ooh, I'm in New York. I don't know when the next time I'll be out here. I will be out here another time because I just have to see other things. But I don't know when the next time I'm going to be out here. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to spend the money to have a good time. I'm going to spend the money to have a good time. And it's already going by fast. I got tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last full day. And then Sunday morning, I'm heading out to Jamaica, and I should be there a little afternoon. So, got roughly a day and a half left. And then I'm flying out. I'm a little sad, because I really like this city. And I feel like, because of the weather, I haven't really had a chance to really scratch the surface the way I want to. But I still saw a lot, surprisingly, especially just walking around. I got to experience a lot. Got to ride a New York subway. And tomorrow's going to be a really big day because it's a full day tour. So, it's all good. Here we go. Now see, the other thing about being out here is that apparently nobody obeys traffic signals. It's basically when you clear, Go ahead and walk. You can look that crazy if you actually obey the walking signals. They just want you to walk. And there's some free space and looks like anybody gonna get hit by a car, just go ahead and walk. That's what they're looking for. So it's interesting, but not necessarily surprising either. I mean, look who we're talking about. This is New York. All right. So I'm on West 40th. We're coming up on West 42nd, which is where I caught the subway the first time and got off. All right. Okay now. All right now. All right now. Here we go. And there's so many places to eat. Look at that, 99-cent pizza, Istanbul Bay, China Zhang. I think that's Zhang. Starbucks. I only got so much time here to record, so I hope they hurry up with this. Oh, and the honking, that's pretty regular. I don't even think people pay attention to that anymore. Matter of fact, they honk back sometimes. It's kind of funny. Okay, y'all. All right, all right, all right. Don't get too excited. All right, here we go. People still in the street, and we got a green light. Let's hope we don't get hit. All right. That's funny. They say do not block intersection over there. Every time I come to an intersection, it's blocked. Every time. Every time. Like, one thing I'm glad about is that I'm not driving around here. I'd have been lost my mind. I'd have been lost my mind. I can understand why New York is such a huge taxi city and a rideshare city, because driving around here is foolishness. I've been in a few lifts at this point, and the drivers, I got to take my hat off to them. I can understand why the rates here for rideshare are higher than really anywhere else I've been, because, man, the traffic is ridiculous. Just altogether crazy. Where am I at? What street is this? This don't look familiar. Did I pass up my own street? Oh, this don't look familiar. Wait a minute. Is this Port Authority? I don't know. Wait, this is Lincoln Tunnel. Oh, no. I'm going the right direction. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, yeah, I gotta go. I only got a few seconds left. Bye. All right, so this is dinner. This is jazzy pasta with lobster from Jasmine's Caribbean Cuisine. And this is a side of plantains. This is my dinner tonight, along with my cocoa breeze drink. Looking forward to this. All right. So there we go. My dinner. Oh, and I also got some complimentary chocolate chip cookies from the hotel again. These cookies are pretty good. I can't even lie. But I'm about to enjoy this, y'all. All right. Good morning, New York. Saturday morning, June 5th. And look at the weather. Beautiful, clear, not a single cloud in the sky. But look at this. There's hardly anybody on the street. And look at that. You can kind of see the Hudson. This doesn't really reflect how close it is. It really doesn't. But it's actually very close. So is all of this. Again, this video footage is not reflecting just how close these skyscrapers are to me. But this is a beautiful morning. I'm definitely going to have fun today. And to cap it off, I'll be visiting Harlem. That'll be a lot of fun. All right. Let's get started. So just checking back in really quickly. Update about the food last night that I got from Jasmine's Caribbean Cuisine. That food was amazing. So they put an entire grilled lobster tail in the pasta whole. I've had lobster before, but I was never really impressed, so I just never really eaten it. This particular lobster, but I am up It is about 6:50 in the morning. The sun has been up for at least an hour at this point. I mean, it's out here looking like it's 8 or 9 a.m. honestly. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. So one thing about New York is the sunrises, they happen pretty early in the day, which is great, but it's got me waking up way earlier than I normally do. So on one hand, it's a good thing, it extends my day. On the other hand, I'm kind of like laying in this bed and just chilling. So anyway, I have a good deal of time left, about 2 hours before I have to head out and get ready to go on this tour of the city. And then directly after that, head to Harlem. I think I've seen, outside of what I'm going to see during this tour, just about everything I want to see so far. I'm almost sure I'm missing some things. I'm certain of it, because I mean, it's just such a big city, and there's so much to see and get into. I think I've done pretty well, considering I've only been here now for 3 days. So I'm gonna chill for the next 2 hours and get myself together and get ready to go. See you in a bit.
You'll see a statue of Father Francis Patrick Duffy. He was a priest who served during World War I in the Fighting 69th. He was also a priest at a church right in the neighborhood, Holy Cross. Here's another statue. This is the father of Broadway. That is George M. Cohen. He wrote many classics. Give my regards to Broadway, Yankee Doodle Dandy, and the World War I anthem over there. Yeah, the costume characters, Elmo and Hello Kitty. I'm sure you guys know this, folks, and I'm not against anyone trying to make a buck, but if you pose with the costume characters, of course, they want something from you in return. And it's not a hug. Before the pandemic hit, there'd be stories in the news, in the papers. One time, Elmo and Hello Kitty got into a fist fight, and they were taken away by the police in handcuffs, but they made up. I saw them the other day. And here's ABC, you guys. This is where they do the Good Morning America show. You can see the studio there. Now, prior to the pandemic, they'd come out on the plaza. This is the Hard Rock Cafe on the right. Now, above the marquee of the Hard Rock, it says Paramount. That's the Paramount building. The Hard Rock used to be the Paramount Theater. That's where Frank Sinatra made his debut performance on Columbus Day back in 1944. Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Benny Goodman, and Glenn Miller. Take a subway ride while you're here, even if it's a short distance. Now, it can be overwhelming down below. It's like a city within a city, but you get the hang of it. There's always someone to ask for directions. Don't believe everything you see on TV. New Yorkers can be very kind and helpful. I can help you with directions as well. Were held at the cathedral. Two famous baseball players for the New York Yankees, Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth's funeral held here, pop artist Andy Warhol's, Ed Sullivan's, and Robert F. Kennedy's funeral, all held at St. Patrick's. And every one of you guys, even if you're not Catholic, you should pay a visit. It doesn't seem like it, but we're 2 blocks away from where we started out the tour. So after the tour, take a walk over. and check out St. Patrick's Cathedral. Now, you guys were coming up to the beginning of Broadway, and there is a very popular sculpture at the beginning of Broadway. You may have heard about it. It represents the financial district. It's a big bronze sculpture. It's called the Broadway Bull. And this site where the bull is, this is actually very historical. This you'll see a sign up here with the flag, and it says on it, Evacuation Day. And this was the location where the British were supposed to basically get off this island at the end of the Revolutionary War. That was in November 25th, 1783. Now look at that line to get into the bull's butt, you guys. That's a little scary. Like I said, and look, there's someone in there now. And yes, there you go. And just how I want my trip to New York to be remembered. This is the Battery to the right. Our Battery Park. This is the southernmost tip of the island of Manhattan. The Bronx is up, the Battery is down, and the people ride in a hole in the ground. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. But if you plan on walking the bridge, it is a popular thing to do. I recommend early morning or later on. You can do it 24 hours. And the pedestrian walkway, check that out, you guys. The pedestrian walkway goes right over the vehicles, so you don't really see them as you're crossing over the bridge.
morning. It is June 6th at 6:41 in the morning, and I'm just about packed and ready to go to the airport and catch my flight at 9:30 to Jamaica, landing in Montego Bay and then going to Negril, where I will be staying for 5 days. So I'm pretty excited, pretty much wrapped up my entire New York experience. It's been so much fun. I mean, this was way better than I expected. I'm so happy I did this. I was telling my mother that on the phone, and I'm gonna miss it. I wish I had one more day to just kind of sit and spend here. And I'm, again, just never tired of this view I have outside my window. It's just been a really great time. And the weather has improved. I only got like really one full day of really great weather, but like I said before, it didn't stop me from going out and seeing the town, even when it was pouring and stormy and all of that. And I'm very glad that I did. Very glad. So at this point, it's just a matter of getting over to the airport and getting on that plane. There's nothing more further for me to do. I'm kind of hesitant to go because I'm like, I could go now. I just want to kind of sit and take it in. So New York, they got me. They converted me. I love New York. All right. See you on the other side. Let us take one final look at the past. And we're out.